Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Here's our social media. One of these days we will figure out how to put all these links on the YouTubes, but we haven't figured it out yet. I'm just not a tech person. A little bit of an update. I'll turn this around. So I've been doing some looking at the analytics, and I don't know. I don't really know how to read this stuff like a pro. I mean, this is all fairly new, and we're still trying to figure stuff out. But it seems like people are watching not the entire video. So, in fact, most of them are less than half. So either I'm incredibly boring, or people don't have the time to watch the entire video. But what I'm going to try doing is just making shorter videos. So instead of doing a full box, I'll probably do a half a box and see how that goes. Maybe we'll get a higher percentage of the video viewed. So there you go. This box, guys, what I've done is when we transitioned from being a brick and mortar store to an online and convention business, and I went a little bit nuts with pricing. So I priced about, I don't know, 50 boxes worth of stuff, and I really can only bring, with my car, I can only bring about 26 boxes to a show. And even at that, I can only really fit about 18 to 20 on the table unless I use the floor, which I don't really like to do. People don't like to get down on their knees. So I went through and I pruned stuff out. So I've got a lot of books here that are priced, that were in the show stock, but I tried to pare down the show stock to what I thought would be the better selling titles. So I pulled out a lot of stuff, a lot of indie stuff that it's just, you gotta be more focused when you've only got a limited amount of space on your table. So nothing against these titles. It's just I needed to pare it down to what I thought was going to sell. And that's going to be a constant adjustment and learning process. So yeah, these will all be priced, and let's just dive into it. They're going to be in alphabetical order already too. They'll be in reverse order, but for the most part, we've got a Two Graves number 6. We've got a number 5. We've got a number 4. Again, I heard good things about this series. It's something about Native Americans, but didn't get around to reading it. Can't read everything. It's just not enough time in the day. Number 3. A number 2. We're missing number 1. And we have a TSC Jams number 1. Here's the story about this book, guys. If I don't know if you know or not, but Terry Smith, I got to meet him when I was working for Capital City. My boss, Milton Greep, came to town, and we went out and visited a lot of accounts that were not Capital City accounts at the time, to see if we could convert them to Capital City accounts. And one of the ones that we visited was Dick Swan, Big Guys Comics. If you're watching, Dick, how you doing, buddy? Dick has been around forever. I remember running into Dick way back when I was 12, 13 years old at the De Anza Flea Market, where so many of the local California comic shops got their start. Lee was there from Lee's Comics. Roger Grant Ribel started there, who started Comics and Fantasies, who I eventually went to work for and actually bought one of his stores. That was my first store. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but Dick Swan, Lee, and Roger were definitely three dealers who started off at De Anza and eventually opened their own stores. So, but Dick had an appointment the day we went to see him, and he took us along with him, and his appointment was to see this guy, Terry Smith, whose claim to fame, at least that I know of, is that he designed the San Jose Sharks logo. So there you go. He'd when everybody and his brother was getting into comics in the 90s, of course, he wanted to try it too. So he put out this book. So yeah, this is the guy that designed the Sharks logo. Super nice guy. Really nice man. I got to go to his studio. Troublemakers #2 from Acclaim Comics. Which, I don't know, that's kind of part of Valiant, isn't it? Troll Lores #1, part of the black and white explosion back in the late 80s when I had my first store. We've got a Trojan #4 with a beautiful Jeff DeCall cover. What a great artist. One of my favorites. We've got a Vertigo title, Trigger #1. Not familiar with that title at all. Transmetropolitan by Warren Ellis and Derek Robertson. God, that looks like a Mobius cover. It's another series I need to go back and read. I'm never a fan of Derek Robertson. I just don't care for his style. No offense, Derek, sorry, but not saying you're not a good artist. I just don't like your style. Trakovi #1 from Scout Comics. We've got a Top 10 #4 by the great Alan Moore and Gene Ha, another great artist. Part of Alan Moore's America's Best Comics. Another title was Tom Strong. This is #24. The great Chris Sprouse art. Tom Strong #16. We've got a Time Masters #8. I think we might have a complete set of that. Let's see. If we do, we'll pull it out and make a set out of it. #7. 6, 5, 4. Nope, we're missing #3. And #1. This was drawn by Art Thibert, who is a fantastic inker. He inked a lot of Jim Lee stuff. And then he decided he wanted to be an artist, and it's very Mike Mignola-esque. But hell of an inker, not a great artist in my opinion. Thunderstrike #24, the last issue. Thunderstrike #20. Thunderstrike #16. Thunder God #1, that's a special by Christopher Golden, who very often works with Mike Mignola on Hellboy series and novels. So, good writer. We've got a Thunderbolts #112. Apparently the trailer for that was shown at San Diego. Thunderbolts 110. Just watched the new Captain America trailer today. It's looking a little better. Thunder Agents #3 with a nice Chris Sprouse cover. Terror Inc. #1 by the great Jorge Zafino. Great artist. Wow, this has a piece. Yeah, I'll probably throw that in the dollar bin. That shouldn't be in $2. That's a $1 book. Okay. Teenagers from Mars #2. We've got a Tainted, another Vertigo title. Excuse me. Sorry, Tainted, Vertigo Voices. Tainted #1. We've got a Siphon #1. This is a newer book that Top Cow published. There was a Siphon back in I want to say the 80s. I don't know if it's the same book or not. It seems like it's the same logo. Sweatshop #2 by the great Peter Baggy. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. Swan Songs #1. Nice cover. I think it's Baggy. Supreme number 4. Number 3. Number 2. And a Supermassive. I don't see a number. I think there was only one. I think there might have been a second one just come out in the last week or two. This is Kyle Higgins' attempt at making, it's a crossover with all of his Radiant Black Universe stuff. Okay, we're going to try and keep these vids to 15 minutes or so, guys. So, again, I don't want to bore you. We've got another Supermassive with a different cover. As usual, anything you see in these videos is for sale. So if you see something you like, just let me know in the comments. We'll work out a price and ship it to you. Jurgens and Mitchell on the Sun Devils, number 10. Number 8. Number 6. I remember when this series came out. I had my first store back in the 80s. Suicide Squad Annual number 1. Pretty rough shape. We've got a Suicide Squad 66. We've got a 64. Nice Deadshot cover. We've got a number 63. We've got a 61. Jeff Isherwood cover. And a 57. I think there's more Suicide Squads in this box. Yep, 56. Got a 55. Suicide Squad 54. '53. It's another artist I never was very fond of, Jeff Isherwood. He just had a strange anatomical style that I didn't care for. That's why I never read this book. 52. That's a nice cover. Not Isherwood. And 51. Another artist I never liked, Luke McDonnell. Yeah, never cared for his stuff. Had a huge run on Iron Man, including the first, I think he was doing it when the War Machine first appearance happened. Number 50. '49. Looks like a Brayfogle cover. 47. That's definitely Isherwood. 46. 44. Flash versus Captain Boomerang. And 43. And we're going to wrap it up there. That's about half the box, guys. So, again, we're trying to keep these videos shorter to see if we can get a better playthrough rate and do better with the algorithms. Again, we're happy to get our 9th subscriber today. And please spread the word and help us out. Anything you saw, like I said, drop me mention it in the comments below or send me an email at the Gmail address. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.